Taylor Swift makes history. So she was Times Magazine's 2023 Person of the Year. And it was making her the first woman to appear twice on Person of the Year cover since the franchise began in 1927. And so, should more women be recognized?
Wait, she appeared twice as
Yeah,
Person
so
of the
I
Year?
believe she won in 2016 as well. I think
Has
it was-
anyone else done it twice?
I need a
Yeah,
list
there's.
of
I
all.
think there's been men that have gotten it twice, but she's the first woman.
I wonder what all women got it.
What do you-
Yeah.
wait, what do you mean? What?
Like, how many or what? Who else won it? That's a woman.
Yeah, I wonder that too. I should have looked it up.
I mean, they have some examples here. So the franchise, it was named Man of the Year until 1999, has historically titled, men or males. The people who tended to be chosen were often global leaders in CEO positions long held by men. Before 1999, only 3 women had received the title of Woman of the Year. Individually, excuse me, Wallace Simpson in 1936, Queen Elizabeth the second in 1952, and Corazon Aquino in 1986. So Song Mei Ling was one half of the named Man and Wife of the Year, along with her husband Chiang Kai-shek in 1937. And so really there's only been a handful of women that had been associated with Person of the Year up until 1999. Now, since then, I'm not sure. I think it said something. But basically, Swift had won in 15. No, she won in 16, something like that. Greta Thunberg won in 19. And German Chancellor Angela Merkel won in 2015. And so there's been a push for, women to, get this Person of the Year. So what do you guys think? Should more women be recognized in this vein?
I mean, sure. I think it should be. I think it should be separate categories: Woman of the Year and Man of the Year. Because when you have Person of the Year, then it's the argument of, well, we should have more women push, but then you kind of gotta lower the bar sometimes because it's like, well, what if just maybe this year alone, or I don't know, what if there just isn't enough women in that type of roster with that many accolades as a man, but you're trying to push more women into the category. So now it's kind of like you're lowering the standards for everybody at that point. So I think to make it fair and give both sexes their time in the light, Woman of the Year and Man of the Year. Because now with Person of the Year, it makes it harder to do that. So I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, it's harder to give the spotlight to whoever deserves it. And then what criteria would you have for each gender? And then especially now with all this, transgender stuff, fluidity and stuff like that. What does that look like? So,
exactly.
Yeah.
So now it's going to be
I think that's why they're saying Person of the Year instead of
And I get that.
Man and woman.
I know that's probably why they're doing it, but it kind of adds more issues because now it's like, okay, not enough women. Now there's not enough black people. Now there's not enough queer people. Now there's enough transgender people. It's never going to be enough because there's only one Person of the Year every year. And as it adds up, like now you got to pull out of the 0.2% of transgender people out there. And what if there just isn't enough of that particular category to even justify putting them in that position who have done something significant like that? So again, now you got to lower the standards. And so you're putting more people in the spotlight, but again, it's kind of like the film industry question of, pushing representation at the cost of the story. It's the same thing here. Now you're pushing more representation at the cost of people who are doing actual quality work out there who deserve recognition just for doing what they do.
Yeah, it's very subjective to, measure who had a greater year in all these different areas of life. Because, I mean, granted, now I think Taylor Swift is deserving. Like, she's selling out stadiums, and she's doing a lot of good stuff as far as, like, over the last year. She's been really, pushed to the forefront of, just media in general. So, I mean, I'm not mad at the decision, but also, is it just like, oh, Times, we're just going to vote as a magazine, and this person's popular, and they are heavy in the media. Let's just elevate them.
That's what it sounds like.
It seems like, I mean, so then at that point, then if that's the case, then it will always be an entertainer.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas historically, before 1999, it seems like they were saying it was global leaders, it was CEOs, like people who were, really driving innovation and transforming, or putting out products that were transforming the everyday person's life.
Yep.
And so, not to say that Taylor Swift's not doing that. I think her music helps plenty of young women and I guess men alike as well. Like, and every now and then I get a Taylor Swift song stuck in my head. My dad sang that "Shake It Off" song for a year straight. He still sings it sometimes. It's crazy. So, like, she makes great music. I think she's well deserving, but it would be interesting to see, like, all right, what was the process of electing this person, especially if it's the second time that she has been elected. And because, like, there's a lot of great, women who are doing great things outside of, the music industry or even within the music industry. Granted, now nobody's doing them quite to the level of Taylor Swift. So in that vein, in that arena, yeah, she definitely deserves Woman of the Year, Person of the Year.
Curious. Has Beyonce won Person of the Year?
I was just wondering that
because I feel like
they're hand in hand with selling out tours, like, because they toured at the same time and they were both in the news at the same time for doing this very thing. And so it's like, if that's why I was wondering, like, Taylor Swift got it twice. What if
it would
Beyonce
make more sense if it was Beyonce, if they're pushing more of the equity, the EI, whatever it's called.
It would have fit that, like, perfectly. So I'm like, was there a missed opportunity here, kind of, to do that? I that's why I wonder, like, what the process is behind selecting the people.
Yeah.
I
mean, I think these people are just like, oh, who is your favorite person? Oh, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift? Okay, yeah.
That's what it sounds
like. Taylor Swift is the Person of the Year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine. But yeah, so that's what we think. Do y'all have anything else to add about should more women be recognized?
I think whoever is deserving should be recognized. I don't care if you're a woman or a man. If you're doing great stuff, you're increasing our GDP. Cool. You win.
So what is the qualifications?
Oh gosh,
that's the hard part.
But you said like increasing GDP.
Yeah.
I mean, Taylor Swift is increasing GDP.
Yeah,
she's selling out.
Yeah, she did.
I agree.
She put more money in the economy. She made a lot of
So if she put more money in the economy than Beyonce, then okay, congratulations.
Right.
I'm okay with that.
Right.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that's an objective measure that we can
kind
of justify.
That's a good measure.
Yeah.
That is. That's a good measure.
Quantitative.
Everything else, I don't know.
That's very interesting.
Because you could put a sex worker if that's the case.
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh.
Bruh. Oh, my God. We'll be right back in the live chat. But if you are watching the replay, check this video out next.